In this huge world, there are as many countries, states, nations and kingdoms as you can count, governed and ruled in different ways and have different infrastructures. In this video, we are going to discuss the two most common systematics of democratic governance, that is parliamentary system and presidential system, the similarities and the difference between the two, and lastly, why do some countries have both a president and a prime minister. But before we take a look at the system of government around the world, take a little break and subscribe to the channel. Let's delve right into it. In the 21st century, many countries in the world have an organized government. Here, sounds cool, but what does it actually mean? Now, take it as the government is a welfare state which looks after the welfare of its citizens along with the overall development of the country and carries out several functions and operation for the prosperity of the nation. The functions require some authority, sanction or the law. All of this leads to the need for constitution laws or constitutions which command the functions, power and structure of various ministries through which the states act. Now, here the game changes. Different countries have different structures for these constitutions, like monarchs as its head, elected government, and some are led by autocratic heads. But in general, democracy takes two forms, the parliamentary and the presidential system. Both systems are democracies, meaning that citizens have the power to make governmental decisions through their votes. For a better understanding, let's compare both systems. In the presidential system, the government body is the chief executive who is directly elected by the people of the country, and executive is not responsible to the legislature. Both the parties are separate, unlike in the parliamentary system where the executive is responsible to the legislature. All the organs of the government that are legislature, executive and judiciary function separately from each other and are constitutionally independent. This system of governance is founded by America. In this system, the head of the government is the president, who has a fixed tenure and is responsible for enforcing the laws. America itself is the perfect example of this system as it rejects legislative supremacy. The principle of strict separation of power is one of the key features of the presidential system that leads to a lot of problems between the legislature and the executive. It is designed for countries that are full republics. Elections are held more frequently in the presidential form of government, after every 2 years for the legislature and 4 years for the president. And we all wait for that part, right? Okay, only 2 countries have a presidential system of government, the founder, America, and Costa Rica. Whereas the parliamentary system, which is also known as responsible government, was developed by England, later adopted by several countries with some changes. As we discussed in this system, the government body is accountable for the legislature and the head of the state is separate from the head of the government. Therefore, in a parliamentary system, the executives and the legislature are so closely related that sometimes it becomes difficult to separate their function. But at the same time, it has a strong hold in the parliament, which makes it easier for the law and policies to be passed and implemented. So that's the reason why most of the countries have a president as well as a prime minister. In the legislature, all other members raise questions that are matters of national importance. Through this process, the activities of the government can be checked and criticized. The opposition needs to be strong enough to point out the mistakes of the ruling government. If we see a larger picture, both systems have their pros and cons. However, more than 52 countries in the world today use the parliamentary system, including Canada, Great Britain, Italy, Japan, the Netherlands, and New Zealand. It is upon the government to decide the system which will be the most suited for their country, since every country has a different structure, population, and culture. The government that identifies the need of the country always rules. So that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching it. If you liked the video, hit the like button and also tell us your thoughts about both systems in the comments below. Don't forget to share with your friends. See you in the next video. Bye bye.